Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku, and we also had, well, many heroes. Now, Deku, the girls, Todoroki, and well, his Nomu, they have all, with the help of the League of Villains, people who want to work for Renegade, the Chiosaikai, and the Meta Liberation Army, all these groups of people have teamed together, and right now they are combating pros. Now, All Might and All For One have met face to face for the first time in over a decade. And right now the heroes, they were caught off guard by Ibarra. Now, they don't know it's her. Right now they're calling her the Thorn Princess. And right now, Midnight was excited seeing the unveil of this new outfit. Because honestly, it reminded her about her previous designed outfits. It was basically a swimsuit, a two-piece. And while it did have armor to cover her body, such as the chest and, well, the abdomen area, it also did have padding on the arms and on the legs. And right now Ibarra, she basically sat there in a combat bikini, attacking the heroes. Now, that's the best way to explain it. Moving on. Now then, with that being said, let us at least pick up with Renegade. Right now, Renegade, he was watching the battle. And right now, after giving a call to arms, the world is watching with anticipation. Heroes are being taken down left and right. People in cities are beginning to riot. And right now, Renegade, there's only one thing missing from his plan. One thing he has yet to enact. Because, well, whenever he enacts it, it definitely is going to help change Japan. Because, well, if this doesn't do something spectacular, he doesn't know what will. Now, with that being said, we do actually cut to All Might and All For One. The two are currently battling it out. And All Might, yeah, he's showing some of that vigor from his prime. And All For One, he's quite happy to see this. Right now there's chaos. All For One wanted this, didn't he? That being what All Might does think. All For One wanted all of this. Him blasting forwards and throwing out a fist to All For One. And All For One right now actually is going to fly sideways. Now, All Might does continue. Him expressing to the villain. As right now he does go to bring his hand up and go to pull back part of the visor, allowing you to see All Might's actual mouth. And All Might, he has a heinous scowl on his face. He doesn't like being here. And right now, All Might, he throws a fury of blows at All For One. And All For One right now, he does get to put up a wall. Now, Deku currently, he does sit there watching the battle. As he does at least go to bring his walkie-talkie up and express to a few people. Right now, Plan A is going good. However, he wants to report on Plan B because the pro's attacking. Now, right now All Might, he does go to turn his head and see Renegade talking. He can hear the man yelling, but he can't tell what he's doing. Right now, All Might, he does stay on the offensive. And right now there actually is where after he looked away from Renegade, he looks back towards All For One. And All For One right now does go to bring his hand up and blast out the tendrils. And right now All Might, he does go to move his head out of the way first, as he actually does get hit directly across the side. Now, All Might right now, he didn't prioritize his torso. He's prioritizing his helmet. All For One should not know about the quirk enhancer. But sadly, All For One, yeah, he knows about that quirk enhancer. Now, right now we do actually have Duville. Wrong series. Deku. Now, right now Deku, he does stare at All Might. And right now he actually is going to create something, as we do actually have somebody else in the background. It took them a lot of effort to get here. Trying to get here during the day, yeah, little difficult and challenging, but hey, maybe they can actually help here. Give a bit of a hand. I mean, they are the big three after all. Now, right now Mirio he does come in. And right now, Deku, he does hear a progress report. This person here has been captured. This person here has been captured. This person here has been captured. And Deku does express to all of them, do be careful now. He does want all of them alive and in proper condition. Now, Deku does going to turn his head, bring his hand out, and going to pat, let's just say, Mina on the head. As he's going to bend down and go to turn. Him actually going to bring out his hand and grab onto Mina's head before turning it to look at him. Now, right now there is where somebody they do come running up. And Deku, he does going to turn and bring up a knife. The person going to freeze before they express about how much they're a fan of his. And Deku does turn to look directly at them. Before he does go to smile and go to at least express to them. I'll be with them for 1 second. Now, Deku does going to pat Mina on the head before going to stand fully back up and turning back to them. Him going to bring his hand into his jacket and pull out a pistol. Now, the person is confused. As Deku, he does go to put it in their hand before he does go to pull off his glove. And then he does go to at least open up the person's jacket. Now, Deku does tell them right now. Him going to stuff his hand into a pocket and create bullets in his palm. He's assuming that they're a fan. He's glad that they like his chaos. Go cause some of their own. I mean, there was a store just down the street. Now, the guy to stare at the weapon. I mean, he just talked to Renegade, and Renegade gave him a gun. This is the best day of his life. Now, the guy goes to run away. And right now, Deku, he does at least let the camera, idle on him for a little bit longer. Him going to turn back to his radio. As right now, he would go to give an order to somebody about what to do. Now, we do actually have the big three. Right now, Ibarra, she has the heroes sealed up and contained. And we do actually have where somebody, they do go to bring up their hand. As right now, they do go to lunge it outwards towards Ibarra. And Ibarra, she actually is wrapped up. Now, right now Ibarra, she is then attacked. Whenever somebody, they do come in, and they do go to phase through the ground. Now, right now Mirio, he does going to send an uppercut directly to Ibarra. And Ibarra is sent flying backwards, as right now Mirio, he does watch her go. Up into the air before Tamaki, he does still try and keep her restrained. Now, Tamaki does stop her from hitting the ground. And right now there is where her mask does clatter to the floor. Mirio actually going to somewhat turn and bring his hands up. Him going to grab at the vines and trying to rip them. Before finding out that they're surprisingly strong. Okay, now, Mirio activates One for All. Before going to tear them apart, as right now there is where Ibarra is going to bring her hands up. And right now she does going to scream out as the vines he tore off, they start to sprout more and more hair. Now, Ibarra does try to wrap up Mirio. And right now there is where Tamaki, he does see what's going on. The pros being released, as right now Deku, he does going to give the order for his Nomu to kill the heroes. At least capture that one, that one, that one, that one, and especially Sir Night-Eye. Now, right now, a lot of people, they're very confused. And Duville. I did it again. Deku, sorry. Right now, he does think about what he needs to do. What he can do. I mean, he does have those on him. He even has that one thing on him. But this hero, they're definitely going to be annoying. Now, right now Endeavor, he's battling off against Todoroki. both, well, Shoto and Toya. And right now, it's a 2v1 of father and sons. Now, right now, Endeavor, he's trying to talk down his children. He wants his sons to at least turn themselves in. To him, Todoroki, he hasn't done anything bad yet. Todoroki, he's still a victim in all of this. He's being manipulated. Renegade said something that got into his head. He's the one who killed all of his friends. Now, right now Todoroki, here's a shout back at Endeavor, yelling about how it was him who got his mother killed. Now, right now Endeavor, he does get to overhear that from Shoto. He's been a bad father. He will admit that. Don't let the death of his mother be what does this to him. Don't let this just define him. Endure, overcome, rise like a phoenix. Just don't crash and burn like Toya burned. Now, Rhino Endeavor, he's trying to have a battle of morals. Don't let the tragedy define you. Don't let it break you. Don't let Renegade win just because he was at a low point and he got in his head. Now, Rana Todoroki, he does hear his father's words, but to him it's too late. Endeavor, he's finally getting the consequences for being so terrible, for the abuse, the neglect, for, well, everything. Endeavor, he thinks there's still time to back down. But no, there isn't. And right now we do actually have another Nomu, who right now it was standing on the side of the building. It's practically glued there, as right now it does go to unstick itself and fall. Now, right now that Nomu does go to bring his hands out, and there is where it does fly down directly towards Endeavor. Now, Deku actually is going to somewhat turn his head and see the Nomu, him getting the idea to unlatch it, as he does go to turn the camera and watch. Now, right now Renegade, he will go to see what happens, as Rei Todoroki, the Nomu-ized version of her with her white hair and her kind and soft face, it lunges at Endeavor as if it's an enraged primal animal. Now, right now Endeavor, we're going to feel something cold grab at his shoulders. And right now whenever Rei does go to grab and latch onto Endeavor's back, she goes to scream out in Rei's voice. Now, Endeavor's caught off guard. And right now he actually does go blasting backwards and away. Right now he does try to spin his body and get a good look at this Nomu. That voice, it can't be her. She's buried. God, she's buried. Now, Endeavor right now, he's having psychological warfare played on him. And Deku does someone gonna laugh before turning back to All Might, and well, all for one. This being where Deku, he does get to somewhat watch the two debate a bit, talk a little bit. Before there is where Mirio, he does actually someone gonna step forwards, expressing that he's Renegade, huh? Deku actually going to lower the camera and going to turn his head to look at Mirio. Before he does go to look to his left and to his right, and he's just staying there with Toga and Jiro. Who are you supposed to be? Now, Deku does go to read his mind, and right now he's a bit more revolted, really. Now, Deku does go to express, going to step forwards, clapping his hands. Oh boy, this is... wow. Hold on, I might have to puke. I might gag. Can you hold on a second? Sure. You okay? No. Oh god. Sorry. Your sunset and rainbows bullshit. It really got to my stomach. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to be a hero. Really, hero? Why is that? Because I wanna. I want to save 1 million people. That's why I'm Lemillion. Yeah, I saw that. It's practically the real. Hmm. Sorry a second. Now, the does go to won't turn. Him going to create a tissue as he does go to at least wipe the blood from his nose. And he does go to think, that's not good. Now, Deku knows he has to get All Might's helmet. Right now, he knows that might be the best thing for his quirks. Now, Deku is going to turn back, express to Mirio. Thanks for waiting. Deku not seeing Mirio. And right now, he would go to. Where is he? Now, Mirio actually does go to come up from the ground, uppercutting Renegade as Deku he's sent flying. And right now, his mask is knocked off. Now, Deku actually does let go of his phone. And right now, after his phone is clattered to the ground and Deku is sent flying, there is where Deku, he actually does try to create a mask in seconds. Right now, he felt it disconnect from his skin, meaning that activation turned off. And right now, the thing in his head automatically does go to reactivate, creating a thin mask that does immediately shoot down and over parts of Deku's face. Now, right now Deku does going to hit the ground. Him going to roll over, as right now he does hide his face. Him thinking about what the hell that just was. His quirk. Damn it. Sunshine and rainbows. Distraction. Does he know who I am? No. He's All Might's successor. He can't be wiped off the board yet. Okay. Such a shame. He didn't want to use this just yet. Now, Deku going to turn. Him seeing Mirio, as right now he actually would go to throw out his gun and blast at him. And Mirio, he does go to, well, go intangible. And Deku, he does get to see the lightning crack around him. The bullet flying through him, as right now it does get to smash into a random person. Now, Mirio does get to turn and see the person. As right now Deku, he actually is going to turn to that person and order them. He wants them to run directly to Pro, guns blazing. All out. Now, the person's confused. And Deku does actually someone go to look down and around, creating another radio in his hand before informing the Pro. He's done it now. This is Renegade. Enact Plan, well, let's just call it E. Now, Mirio's confused, and Deku does express. He's really in for it now. Now then, we do actually cut to the Meta Liberation Army. And right now, we cut to far, far above the sky. Planes took off. Planes landed. Planes were filled with cargo. And right now, Deku, he does have those planes fly very, very high. And right now, many people, they get prepared. I mean, Renegades offer them this gracious chance to be a part of something revolutionary. Now, every good revolution needs soldiers. Every good, well, shift and change has its own rumbling. And right now, it's going to shake the establishment. Now, right now people, they do go to drop down the cargo door. And right now, there is where many people, they do go to grab onto drums and barrels. A man with a strength quirk going to turn one onto its side, and right now, he does go to roll it over to the open door. The person going to attach something to the bottom of the barrel, as right now he does go to stab holes in the top of it. Now, right now the guy, he does go to lower the barrel carefully. Before letting it go and the parachute, it does at least automatically deploy. At least the balloon does. Now, the guy tries to be careful. And right now so do many of the other planes, which do start to fly over the same area and drop the barrels. Now, we do actually have somebody right now. They do go stepping forwards, and right now they are a bit more intrigued by what to do, as we have Renegade. Now, Renegade informs many of them about what's happening here. He's going to make things a bit easier whenever it gets, well, a lot more rainy. Now, Deku does express to all of them, what they're doing here today is simple. Now, we do actually have outside of Tartarus prison, where on the bridge connecting the prison to, well, the landmass, somebody right now does stand there. And a few people, they're confused. As Renegade, he does sit there with a cane at the end of the road. And right now, he does just stand there menacingly. Now, when the camera first picked this up, everybody, they put Tartarus on high alert. And the government was alerted that Renegade is standing at the bridge to Tartarus prison. Now, everybody, they started looking away from Tartarus. They didn't look inside or above, as right now it starts to rain. Now, we do actually cut to a man sitting down, and right now, he does go to actually stand up and walk out of his watchtower, because something's wrong with the rain. Him actually someone to look up, as he does feel drops of it hit his hand and his arm. He watches the black substance stain his uniform. What is this? Him rubbing it between his fingers and bringing it to his, well, nose. And right now he does smell it. As we do actually have high above, where Renegade, he's slashing open the barrels with Hawks' sword. And he's expressed to everybody what's gonna happen. First person to hit the ground and, well, light things ablaze, they will be remembered. Now, somebody right now with a fire quirk, they do go to ignite their entire body. Their clothes burning through, as right now somebody, they do go to leap directly off the plane. And they would express, for Renegade. Now, right now Deku, he does at least get to watch the person scream and laugh maniacally, as right now they are falling to their inevitable death. Now, Deku, he does get to look down, and he sees it. The shooting star in his revolution. Jerry. Now, I just gave that a random name. I should have said Dave. He's an insane guy. Who cares? Now, right now, we do actually have Jerry, who he does eventually hit the ground and send all that oil and gas up in flames. Now, Tartarus prisoners turn into the biggest bonfire. At least the surface is. Because every other prisoner they want to release, everybody who isn't a guard, some random civilian, or, well, supposed to be there, they're all either lit on fire or forced inside. Where right now Melissa, she does get to work with a few people. And she does go to press one simple button. Now, another live stream does go to pop up, along with another one. And right now, there is where the pros, they're alerted to what's happened. As right now Deku, he does at least go to somewhat bring his hands up, grab onto his jacket, and go to pull it off. And right now Mirio, he does get to see Renegade throw off a long coat. It clattering to the ground, as Deku, he does actually somewhat go to look at Mirio, telling him about what he's about to do. What he's about to do, him gesturing with both of his hands, and going to roll them over and over, one with a pistol, one without, is quite simple. Him throwing them up and expressing to Mirio. What he's doing is going to revolutionize things. I mean, he's got bigger problems on his hand. Now, Deku going to bring his hand up, before going to throw it behind, and then go to throw out the front of it again, before Mirio does get to see... What is that? Now, Deku does tell the pro, him going to toss it over. Take a look. Now, right now we do actually have high above Tartarus, where right now a plane's looking down and watching the entire prison burn. Now, Mirio's caught off guard by that, and Deku right now just gonna bring his hand up and blast another bullet directly at Mirio. Now, Mirio, he does something unexpected. Him just going to turn on his phasing ability. And right now Mirio, he does get to see it whenever his, well, what's the right word? Whenever his perception speeds up. Now, Mirio, he does get to watch the red bullet with a spike on it. Now, Mirio does get to throw out his hand. And right now he does go to grab the bullet out of the air. Deku actually a bit more surprised over Mirio. He suddenly created a motion, and he stood there with the bullet. Now, Deku was a bit mad. And there it was whenever Mirio asked the question that made Deku just a whole lot more mad. What is he planning, and what the hell is this thing? Now, Deku just shout at Mirio for ruining his fun. And right now Deku, he will go to break the phone in half, as right now the live stream, it's ended. He's not having fun anymore. This isn't just something he can do anymore. However, right now we do actually have over with those other two live streams. Now, right now Deku, he does just sit there. He's thinking. Planning? Well, no. It's so nice to see. Deku actually somewhat going to look down, watching all of the black clouds rise and, well, fly into the distance. He watches them dissipate, and he does just think, just floating there, waiting for the fires to burn out, waiting for emergency services to open the front door to the prison. He is waiting for the firefighters and everybody to run in, because that's whenever his teams, the ones who are going to ambush and beat those emergency rescue operators to death and steal their uniforms to get into that prison, yeah, they're just going to make this so easy. Heroes are en route, but, well, he's planned for this extensively. Now, right now Renegade is releasing major criminals, and right now people, they're even more confused. One livestream popped up with Renegade facing off against the pros and the heroes. Then there was one livestream talking about Tartarus Prison being up in flames, and Renegade showed his fucking mask, his voice. They were in the stream. So either this is pre-recorded or live. And last time they looked at the news, Tartarus wasn't up in fucking smoke. Now, there is actually the third and final livestream. This livestream, Deku told the hero, don't be on the offensive. Don't try to block that blow to your side. Don't try to avoid that uppercut. Don't try to attack. Don't try to throw out your leg and attack that helmet. Don't try to throw out another mighty smash. Don't try to use the United States of Smash. Don't use any of your specialized power moves or combo moves. Because really, all you're doing is adding another person to the list of failure, ever growing and extending. And right now Renegade, he does sit there as the live stream. They're talking about it. How is this possible? Who's that woman right there? I mean, they saw Renegade just a second ago on another live stream, but he just did something and ended it there? Or no, that guy was wearing a different mask. Renegade concealed his entire head. No, they should have seen it before. This is the real Renegade. Whoever that guy was. Okay, but no. That'd be what Deku just think. And right now we do actually have back at UA, where Izuku, he still is watching the news. He's concerned and worried about all of this. And right now, Ochako, she should at least ask the same question. He's in 3 places at once. How? Now, Ochako does jump up worried. And Deku right now, he does still sit watching the 3rd live stream. And there actually is Ochako. Right now she's pacing around. And right now, Deku, he sits there quietly without saying a word. And Ochako, right now, after pacing back and forth, trying to talk about how there's multiple, they're in danger, they're never safe, they're not safe, they're not doing anything right, they're all going to die, she's going to die, she's going to die, oh my god, she's going to die. Now, Ochako was panicking, and right now she was actually turned to Deku before yelling, how the hell is he so calm? Now, Deku does remain silent, and right now he's still watching the television, as Renegade does sit there interrogating a woman and bringing a knife up to her throat, before he does say the words out loud. He knows he's watching. Now, Ochako does go to look back towards the television, her focus back on Renegade. Her, somewhat, going to feel her skin crawl, thinking about that man. And right now, Ochako does watch the green-haired woman on television, as Deku does jump up, turn, and run over to the sink in the kitchen. Now, right now Ochako does get a turn, as Renegade does shout out loud, he has Zuko Midoriya's mother! Now, Ochako is caught in a bit of surprise, and right now Renegade, he does go to reveal Shiro's mother. He goes to reveal Bakugo's mother. He goes to reveal Ochako's mother and father. Now, right now he also is going to unveil many other people. And right now it does show all of them. People tied to chairs. People with gags in their mouths and restrained. And right now Renegade does go to express. This is what he's been doing the whole time. All Might, while he has been fighting, well, he was warned he didn't do it, folks. He had to stand there and attack. I mean, the other heroes. They should be able to take down the big bad villain, right? That's how these stories go. The heroes win? Tell me something. When was the last real story they heard? Have they ever heard a fairy tale? I mean, he will tell them. The real stories are a lot more interesting because they're a lot more graphic. It could just be because of his sensitive palate, but he's seen quite a lot. There's very little left that can disturb him. And the one thing that does disturb him is when the heroes don't play by the rules. Now, right now Deku, he does sit there vomiting in the sink. And Ochako does run over, as right now she does see Deku full on go ape shit. He panics and has a breakdown. And Ochako does try to console her boyfriend. As right now we do actually have over with, well, Inko. Inko, she does sit there. And right now Deku, he tries to tell her about what to do, what's going to happen, and what's going on. And she's trying to beg him to let her go, because she does have a son. And right now Renegade, he does go to turn and look at the crowd, all the people sitting here. Before he does do one thing the crowd, they don't expect. And right now he stands in front of Inko Midoriya, facing at her, before going to bring his hands up to his mask and pull it off of his head. As whenever Deku is going to raise quickly the mask above his head, everybody, they do go to watch the feed cut. Now, right now everybody, they're caught off guard. And right now, Renegade, he revealed his identity to people who very well may not be able to give it. And Ochako, she's breaking down too. Deku and her sit in the kitchen, panicking, heaving heavy breaths. Deku's mother is captured by Renegade. I mean, Renegade knows where he fucking lived. And Ochako, she's more worried. I mean, her mom and dad, the plan she needs to focus on. No, her mom and dad. Renegade's gonna kill them. Oh my god, he's gonna send them in a box. Oh my god. Please, just please don't kill them. Now, they're gonna sit there holding onto Ochako. And right now we do actually cut over to somebody else. Ibarra. Right now, Ibarra, she was having fun. However, with the interruption of the heroes and the big three, she turned her attention to something else. And right now there was where she revealed her face. Now, Ibarra kept trying to fight the heroes, using the hole in the back of her hood to allow the tendrils of her hair to shoot out and attack. And right now there is where somebody, they finally do get to reach out and grab at the hood. As right now we do actually have where, let's just say, Snipe, he gets a lucky shot. Him actually going to blast out a bullet and hit a piece of hair, as right now he does blast a hole in the hood. And Ibarra, she doesn't care. Right now the hood going to fly off of her head, as right now UA staff see a UA student. And right now Deku, he does get his own turn his head, hearing Aizawa shout back at her. Along with even, well, the 1B teacher, and a lot of other people who are watching. Now, right now Ibarra does get to at least express what's happening. As right now she does go to reach down into her cloak and grab something from the inside pocket. Her going to turn and look at many pros she has contained. Because right now, well, the big three members, they're trying to help each other out. And while Renegade went on the, retreat, the Nomu didn't. Right now, Tamaki's trying to deal with Denki. But then again, how is he supposed to deal with a dumb mutt who just zaps himself and everything around him? How is he supposed to deal with a feral dog? Now, right now there actually is Nejire. Nejire, she's trying to take down a combination of Momo and Mina. Her currently flying through the air. And right now Mina, she does chase after her. Her flapping her, well, dark wings. As right now she does at least try and catch up to, well, oh my god, Nejire. I completely blinked on her name for a second. Now, right now Momo, she is doing something else. Right now she's trying to face off against Mirio. And Deku does sit there with the Red Queen and, well, Songbird. And right now Deku does go to someone to bring his hand up and pat Jiro directly on the back. At least lower on the back, expressing to her what to do. Right now, he needs her to step up. Now, Jiro's a bit surprised. And right now she's going to turn and ask him if he really thinks now is time for her to do so. And Deku would go to express to her, as he does go to step forwards and bring his hand up. Him grabbing onto her and telling her about what to do. Go down there and sing. Go down there and play her song. The song of those who the world they don't recognize because they don't know. Go play her song. Now, Deku actually doesn't want to kiss Jiro, and Doga to stand there a bit more annoyed. And Jiro, after pulling away, she does going to smile. Her going to lower her mask, as right now she does get at least bring her hands downwards. And she does express to Renegade. She'll do it. Now, Jiro does go to send sound waves down into the ground. And right now after they do shoot out from her palms, she does go flying up and into the air. As she does at least go to float backwards off the building. And right now everybody, they do go to hear the loud whooshing sound. As right now, All For One, yeah, he doesn't exactly like that. And right now, while All Might, he is actually on the offensive attacking, All For One, he does at least feel the vibrations. And right now, his quirks, they start to somewhat act up. Now, All Might goes on the offensive. Him smashing through and actually breaking through All For One's mask. And right now, Deku, he does get to actually turn and see that. The master, he was attacked. The hero got him. His life support. Now, Deku, he actually is going to at least look back down. Him going to express to somebody on comms about what he wants them to do. Right now, they have a problem. And, well, right now, May, she is not that concerned. However, there actually is, well, Melissa. Melissa right now, she's willing to help out. And May, yeah, she's just here for extra support. And speaking of support, somebody, they had their gear modified, tampered with, remade, or well, screwed with. That's another good word for it. Right now, one pro on this battlefield, their equipment is faulty. One pro here, they have the chance to either go up in flames or out in a blaze of glory. Or, well, they may just go out with a whisper. Barely a scream? Will there be a mighty second coming and rising of the pros? A second wind? Or will the pros just whimper and cry and fade into obscurity? Will the villains walk out, take the stage, and change the status quo? Whatever it is, Renegade is strapped in and ready. Because he does want to know who is committed. Because he's at least worried. And well, he does want to know who will see the new world with them. Now, who will see the changing of tides? Who will see the changing of order? Who will be there to witness all of it? Now, right now we do cut to somebody else. They are worried about the battles that are going on, the ones that are waging. And right now this person, they do currently sit there. Right now they're waiting. They need to get there. They need to arrive. If they don't arrive, well, Renegade is still in the same spot. This will all go bad. But then again, himself going to look down at his hand. Can he actually do this? Yeah, maybe he can. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.